Andrew Jack is an account manager at JPC by Samsic and has managed FM services at the prestigious Broadgate Campus since 2021. Andrew joined ThisWeekinFM to discuss his outlook on client-employee relationships, his advocacy for cobotics, and his commitment to employee wellbeing within his team. Please introduce yourself and tell us about your career in FM.
So my name is Andrew Jack. I currently work as the account manager at Broadgate Campus. I started working at Mighty as a trainee facilities manager, was promoted within a year to facilities manager, and then promoted again within another year to contract manager. I then moved to TWinFM as an operations manager, and I've been an account manager at Broadgate Campus since 2021.
What's your approach to client relationships?
I've got over 40 clients and over 190 staff members, but I feel like I'm able to be my whole self in front of every single team member and client. I've got really strong client relationships. My clients don't feel like they're clients, they feel like they're friends. I feel like I'm able to go to them, be myself, be open and honest. We don't just talk about work, we talk about personal lives. And I'm the same with my company, and I'm encouraged to by my company. So my director very much is for the family lifestyle. Our managing director, John Connery Jr., is very much be yourself, bring your whole self, I want to know you. They say it's a family-run company. It is. They say we are all family. It truly is. And things happen in your personal life, and I love that I can talk about my personal life at work, be my whole self, talk about my past, my present, my future, and they are fully supportive of me. Personal life and development style as well.
What's so special about working at Broadgate?
So what I love about working at Broadgate is that I can just be myself, bring every single thing I've got, be as passionate as I am about all the nerdy stuff, so health and safety, the cleaning style, the hard FM, and truly deliver what Broadgate expects, but just being me. Yeah, so Broadgate is super dog friendly. Benji comes to work at least 3 to 4 times a week. I call him a little mental health dog because everybody in the office just takes 5 to 10 minutes out of their day to stroke Benji, feed Benji, play with Benji, and he loves it. But yeah, Benji is the famous Broadgate doggy.
What's the best thing about working in FM?
So what I love working about in FM specifically is that it's a bit of an unknown nature. So all of these FM companies are kind of in the background. You don't really hear about them day to day unless you know about them, and then you see them all the time. But it's fun for me to not be in the spotlight, to be in the background. It's kind of like puppeteering. So you're pulling strings, you're kind of running the show, but not really. I think FM tends to be a career that you kind of fall into. And when you fall into it, you fall in love with it because you're just so dynamic, so diverse. No 2 days are the same. And I think that that's what's so much fun about it, is that it brings people together. We create dynamic, inclusive stories where we talk to people from ground level all the way up to director level, and we talk to CEOs constantly. And it's just making things happen all the time. It's just absolutely incredible. And it's so fulfilling to me to be a part of that industry.
You've recently introduced cobotics at Broadgate. What was the motivation behind that?
One of the most exciting things about this industry is that there's so much innovations, and one of those is bringing cobotics into place. So those are essentially robots that help reduce the back-aching, painstaking work of the cleaners, and they can mop, clean, hoover, and sweep the floors so that the cleaners don't have to. They don't have to bend and ache and worry about that. Clients get this really cool innovation for their buildings that their occupiers love to see. Meanwhile, the cleaners get to go and focus on working on attention to detail. So they get to polish, they get to make sure that everything shines and everything is perfect. And it's really important to me that cobotics don't replace cleaners or staff, that they are working alongside it. It is a cobotic, it is a co-worker, a colleague. And I think that's really fun to say, and that's very 21st century, and it's very new and innovative. It results in staff welfare just increasing tenfold because As a result, our staff turnover annually is less than 3%, which for this industry, for any industry, is an absolute achievement. And I can't take full ownership. It is because of the ability of bringing in new products and keeping people innovating or keeping people engaged and keeping them on their toes, but also making sure that they know that they're looked after and that they're being treated like actual people, and we're not just expecting them to break their backs and do all this hard labour.
You are a former listening Samaritan and passionate about volunteering. How have you brought this approach to your role at Broadgate?
When I resigned as a listening Samaritan volunteer, I wanted to still give people time and energy, because I think that working in a business environment can be a very almost selfish environment, and it's very much monetary and financial and progression. So I always thought, what can we do to give back to people, and how can we keep it people-centric? And to me, it's important. So as a book lover, I made a book club at work where I brought in all of the operatives who wanted to read books, talk about books, learn more English. So one night a week for 2 to 3 hours where we would just read a book. So we'd read 2 or 3 chapters, we'd go over any words in English that weren't quite common. And we talk about themes, ideas, ideologies. We'd study poetry. I think it's really important to give that time back and almost encourage your team to grow up with you. And it was a nice place to encourage the team to be themselves, give them an opportunity outside of work to talk to a manager, understand my journey, kind of lower that barrier to what could be a manager's role, because a lot of them think, I can't speak English, I can't do this, I can't do that. And I think actually it's not that difficult. Let's open up the barriers, let's talk about this, let's have that open style of communication, and just spending an hour or 2 a week with them, which really makes that difference and it progresses them. And one of the people who were in that English club has now progressed to be a senior manager. So it's really encouraging me to continue to do that and just open those doors and lower those barriers.